Hello, this is the tradesight U.S. stocks and futures market preview and domestic economic data roadmap for the week beginning Monday, the 8th of June 2015, ending Friday the 12th. Let's take a look at where we're at in the markets. We'll look at what the markets did this last week, intra-week, and then we'll talk about what's coming in this next week, get ourselves all aligned with the action and the expected activity in the market. All right, here's a look at the ES front-month futures contract or the S&P 500, depending on how you want to look at it. Always more useful to use the futures from a technical perspective. You know, we've been talking about this for a while. No need in beating a dead horse, but we're still very much flat and stuck in this horrible range that we've been in now for months. Almost 4.5 months of dreariness here in the S&P. You know, you could say that the majority of this action over the 4.5 months has been between 2060, which is that blue line, and 2112 and 20 or so. Little dips to the downside and one little dip to the upside. But other than that, that's a 60-point range for 4.5 months on the S&P. That's pretty miserable when you realize that we trade 16 points per day or more on average. So 4 days should be able to cover that range. And instead, we've been here for 4.5 months. So that's just putting it in perspective what trading is right now. It is what it is. You can't change it. Hopefully, it shakes free soon. Just look at the S&P 500. Cash index down 3 points today. Here's the NDX. That's the NASDAQ 100 down 10 points today. You will notice at least we're starting to slip to the downside a little bit. Here's the stocks index, the semiconductors, dead flat, up 0.48 points. Biotech's up 44.21. They were up, and look at that. Looked like a cup and handle breakout on the biotechs. That's interesting, isn't it? Let's take a look at some of the bigger stocks. Google down 2 and a change. Still puts it mid-range. Sorry, my alerts are going off as I flip charts here. Apple down 71 cents. Starting to lose this area. This is a key area on Apple. The VIX was down 0.5 even though the market was down. That's kind of interesting. Maybe that gives you some indication of what that biotech index is really doing to the market. Here's crude oil was up $1 after dipping the last day. It came back to 59.13. You can see the red static trend line. That should be firm support here for a while on crude oil. And here's gold losing it here, even though it was down for the week, but down 2.9, even though it rebounded a little bit off the lows. Here's the 10-day trend, the blue line at 1.18. That's not in any danger territory, but we have had 3 low closes on the trend right here the last couple of days. 0.81 here on Friday. So as we lose some of those higher numbers from 10 days back, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah, that moving average could actually drop pretty quickly. So let's see what happens here. Put call ratio also getting very negative on the market. We'll look at that later. And here's a look at the total NASDAQ volume. Peaked out on Friday, strangely, even though, as you'll see, Friday was virtually untradeable past the first hour. It's so flat, but 1.7 billion shares on the NASDAQ on Friday. The moving average is 1.65. And you can see the whole week here. Pretty unexciting. Monday was the high point. Tuesday was the low point. The rest of the days are in the middle. All right, let's take a look at the futures in 10-minute candles so we can see the whole week. And you can see last Friday's close right off to the far side. We gapped up Monday, pulled back to fill the gap quickly and went a little lower, rebounded, and then headed up over lunch, drifted over lunch, made new highs right coming out of lunch, and then dropped back to the VWAP. Remember that description because it'll sound familiar here. Opened down a little bit different, but then headed lower just like Monday on Tuesday. Rebounded back to break even. Popped up right going into lunch. Drifted a little bit higher. We're making new highs for the day coming out of lunch. Rolled back over, back to the VWAP. Identical sessions practically on Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, gapped up, headed down. Moved up again. Sold off again. Flat going into lunch. Drifted higher. Not even new highs coming out of lunch, and then came back and closed at the VWAP. Look at this week, by the way. Every single day we close on the VWAP purple line, no matter where we are right before that. Thursday, gap down, headed up to try to fill the gap. Didn't fill. Sold off pretty sharply, actually. That was probably the bigger range day of the week. And then was sitting there near the lows of the day with about 20 minutes left. Suddenly rebounded right back to the purple line, the VWAP. It's day 4. Day 5, Friday. Gap down, pushed lower. Despite the fact that the markets were kind of dull, 4 out of 5 days we had huge winning trades on our opening range trades in the futures. And one day, Thursday, did not go well on those. But four big winning days on the opening range plays. Again, easy money. Curled back up, filled the gap on Friday here on the ES, and then came down to the VWAP and just flatlined. Look at the rest of the day. The VWAP doesn't even do anything but flat because the whole market just gets stuck there. Quick look at the NQs. Not much different. Total range for the week on the NQs was less than 100 points. Total range for the week on the ES, if we go back to it real quick, 2120 to 21, again, 40 point, basically that range we're used to, less than that, 40 points, 35 points. Horrible. All right, let's look at what's coming out this week just so we're prepared. Oops, sorry. Go like this. June 9th, that's Tuesday, so no data Monday. Wholesale inventories and JOLTS job openings 30 minutes into the market, not a big deal. Wednesday, MBA mortgage index before the market, crude oil inventories an hour into the market, Treasury budget in the afternoon, not a big deal. Thursday, initial and continuing jobless claims, that's the weekly number, not a big deal. Retail sales, import-export prices, then business inventories, and then natty gas. All of it, not really a big deal. Friday, PPI and the first look for the month at Michigan sentiment. Not huge stuff there. Now, what is the big deal this week? What are we focused on? Well, since none of the news is huge, just enough maybe to get us some action early in the news, what we will be focused on is the fact that this is June, and this means that a week from Friday will be triple options expiration, options, futures, and commodities. But that also means that this coming Thursday night, coming from Thursday to Friday, we roll futures contracts, the tradable contract, all the big money rolls out of the June contract this Thursday and starts trading the September, that's the U5 contract, on Friday. What this means is the money rolls from one to the other is that there's a day in there where all the money's got to adjust to the new pricing. It's slightly different price levels on the new contract because there's a longer time till expiration. And so therefore what happens? It becomes a totally untechnical day, and Friday is usually a very light volume day as the markets adjust and just get the volume in there. So I would say Friday is usually dull. It's going to be really dull this Friday. The following Friday, again, Friday is usually dull. The following Friday, really dull. Because of what? Because it's options expiration and triple expiration at that. So the next two Fridays should be just like this Friday was, largely unexciting. We did have some stuff going on this Friday, but it's all early in the morning. And then, Monday, no data, and Mondays are always maybe a little less interesting. So it's Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday that we'll again focus on. Maybe Wednesday and Thursday a little bit more than Tuesday, but we'll see. Those are the 3 institutional trading days. And again, Thursday, the markets are getting ready to roll to the contracts, so that's the big deal. There's no major news to worry about, and we're not in earnings season or anything like that. There's no Fed meeting. There's no first look at GDP. So other than that, it's just a straightforward trading week. We will be in the lab as usual, trying to help you make money. You can take a trial of our services if you have not done so already. Charts brought to you by eSignal 12. Also, if you do like these videos, you find them useful, please like them on YouTube. It does help us out. Have a great weekend and a great trading week.